Hi, my name is Randy Rolfe, and I'm an independent consultant with Nikken, and this is a better way to have a life in balance. And it's a 30-minute presentation. It's not a corporate production. It's just by us independent consultants wanting to share with you what our experience has been with Nikken. And it's an amazing company, and we have special guests, and we're going to share our stories, but I'm going to do a PowerPoint first to make sure we cover everything quickly. Let's see, why is that not full? Here we go. So Nikken is a 43-year-old company, and it's brand new. It's always reinventing itself. It's an amazing company, and we believe it's a better way to a life in balance. And it's all about helping people, which helps the planet and gives us profit if we choose to do the business. And it's really, the central idea is the compounding effect of our daily choices and habits, and that determines our quality of life. And I started out as a lawyer, and then I became a family counselor because I wanted to be at home with my kids. So I had a family counseling practice out of my home. And I found that the hardest thing for people was to make the small choices every day that add up to health, good relationships, better income, and success, and ultimately happiness. And if you don't make those small choices every day, then your health suffers and your productivity suffers, your relationships suffer. So that's what that picture is all about. We choose every day. And it's not about big decisions, or I'm going to take a better vacation, or I'm going to join a fitness club. It's about the daily choices we make, and we'll be talking a lot more about that. So Nikken is a choice. We choose to have active wellness and collaborative entrepreneurship, and I'm going to go over the collaborative entrepreneurship first, and then we'll talk about what drives this company, which is its amazing technologies for health. And the founder of Nikken started 43 years ago with a philosophy that everyone is entitled to have a life of happiness and balance, and that it comes about with the 5 pillars of health: healthy mind, healthy body, healthy family, healthy society, and healthy finances. And if you look at that, if there's any one that's a little weaker, the others start to suffer. And I certainly saw that, because when I left the big firm law practice, I kind of gave up on the big finances, but I was able to focus on my health and my family, and a lot healthier environment than in the adversarial courtroom type thing. And when I was working with corporations, I really didn't feel I was helping society either. So when I saw that there was actually an international corporation that had this as a philosophy, I thought, wow, that is really cool. What's the biggest problem today? Well, finances, health, it's about stress. Modern life creates chronic stress. And when we were, living in caves of the forests, we had crisis kinds of stress, but now it's chronic, and we don't have fight or flight. We just tolerate this constant stress, and it affects our bodies, our minds, our income, and so on. And when I was doing family counseling, I saw that the biggest stress for families was their finances. And it might be worrying about health, but it was often about how do you pay for the health problems. So this is a diagram of the cash flow quadrants developed by Robert Kiyosaki. On the left side, we have people that are selling their time for money. That's all the employees and even self-employed people who want more control, but still they have no leverage. If they're not there, money is not coming in. And as an employee, you only are worth what your employer thinks your job is worth, not what you're contributing. So 95% of our population controls 5% of the wealth, and they're the ones that can't leverage. If you move to the right side of the diagrams, the top quadrant is franchising and owning a business, and McDonald's is, of course, the the model of franchising because it has a turnkey system, and you leverage the time and efforts of others so that you're not just dependent on your 168 hours a week. And then the fourth quadrant is investors. And that's Warren Buffett there, considered the top investor. But you need a lot of money. And for most franchises, it's over $1 million to start a McDonald's franchise. And I understand you need 2 or 3 to really get wealthy. And as an investor, you need many millions to start with to really have wealth. So how do you move from the left side to the right side? Well, people are starting to do it with what we're calling the gig economy. That's with temporary engagements or on-demand availability. And the millennials are really embracing this kind of thing because they want the freedom and they want the increased mobility and be able to create their own life balance. And it's very cost effective to work out of your home. And let me get rid of the little panels here so I can show the next slide. The amazing growth of Uber demonstrates the gig economy. People are putting their cars to work and using their own hours to earn a bit of more income. And where GM hasn't increased at all, Uber has increased by a factor of 1,000 in 5 years. And Amazon is a great example of what the internet has done to change the way we do business. And we still have no idea what is coming with the change to internet business. And while Walmart stayed about the same, Amazon, again, has increased by a factor of 5 in 5 years. So what does Nikken do with the collaborative entrepreneurship? The Nikken Advantage is that it is a turnkey operation, has wonderful leadership development, and a very low cost of entry. We don't need the $1 million to buy a franchise or to invest. And it's easy to integrate into your life, so we consider it the perfect gig. And a lot of young people are jumping on board with Nikken. So what do we do as Nikken entrepreneurs? We help others choose active wellness and live a life in balance. We leverage and compound our efforts and offer the gig economy to people. This is a diagram of what we do as business owners in Nikken. We join Nikken, we get our products, and then we share and promote them. We invite others to become our customers and partners. And then Nikken does all the heavy lifting, everything the corporation does. R&D, warehousing, accounting, operations, inventory, and they drop ship everything. And then they send us a check every week actually, for our profits and commissions, and there's lots of incentives and bonuses. And the cash flow engine is our certified Nikken Wellness Home. Nikken started out with products to increase daily energy and just feel better, and then they did endless research on sleep, water, light, nutrition, and air, and they've addressed all of those different parts of life. And so it creates a cash flow engine to have all these unique, patented, effective products that we can get as initial startup for us and our family. And then we have consumables that we can use monthly support. Then we can, if we have a water bottle, we can go to the water purification system that is second to none. And we have then we share it with our relatives, colleagues, and build the business if we choose. And Nikken's always inventing new technologies for wellness, and there's a new one going to be announced next month. So it's a purpose-driven business model. We have this little diagram that shows me or you at the center with your wellness home, and then at least 5 people that are building their wellness homes as customers. And then we recommend 3 leaders, partners who are duplicating what you have shared with them. And that's your core circle of influence. So each person works to develop at least 5 wellness homes with customers and teach 3 new consultants to do the same. And this is a diagram of how we help each other with what we call ABC. We have the coach helps, the mentor helps the new person introduce Nikken to their warm market. And the support system is incredible, because with this direct sales and network marketing, everybody wins. So everybody helps everybody. In the corporate world, like in the law firm, you were kind of afraid that next year somebody was going to make more money and take your position and get the better cases. Not here. Everybody wants everybody to win. We're really all together on a mission and a team to change the world with more health. And this is a wonderful diagram from nature that we can't predict what one seed, if it's nurtured and planted and watered, can be responsible for thousands and thousands and even millions of apples in the future. And we have people in Nikken who have affected hundreds of thousands of people with Nikken's wellness philosophy and products. And I call this the cone of possibility. If you're at the top of the cone with your core of influence and your 3 people get 3 people, and then that's 9 partners in your group. And each of them has their 5 customers. So that's 45 customers. And then Nikken sends you a check for their activity. And this is based on 100 points a month, which is pretty much equivalent to wholesale dollars. So you can see that if people are just doing 100 a month, getting their skincare and nutrition, that can result in you getting $500 a month. And as they get their 3 and more customers, you move to over $1,000 a month, and it can grow and grow and grow. And we have people in Nikken who are making 10s and 20s, 40,000 a month. It's all about building an amazing distribution organization. So we enjoy a wide range of benefits. And we can go into those in more detail, but there's retail profits, cash bonuses, lifestyle bonuses, personal rebates, overrides, and leadership. So now we're going to move on to the products, because that's what drives this company. There are lots of retail companies out there, but Nikken is unique in having a unique line of products. So I want to introduce our special guest, Barbara Bertucci, who is one of those people who's affected thousands and thousands and thousands of lives. And Barbara, if you would like to cover the products for us.
That would be great. That's awesome. Thank you, Randy. You do such a great job, just the beautiful overview. And what I found in Nikken, and I've been in Nikken for 24 years, is that we have choices in life. And we have choices that actually can have us go forward in health and have longevity. And also we can make choices that are bad choices that can have us have poor energy, less stamina, stiff achiness. I think we all know that if we've gone to a party and we've really had a great time, we might feel a little beat up the next day or have less energy or vitality. I know I'm a breast cancer thriver of 14 years, and just every little bit makes a difference. So choices now on a small level can make tremendous results on the long haul. And that's what we're saying here. Stress is the #1 common denominator in the, I know for Americans, we can say that. And I'm going to probably say worldwide, because we all are looking at, it's the common denominator for all diseases out there: heart disease, diabetes, fatigue, allergies, sleep, and weight. And I'm going to go on to sleep, because sleep is the second largest. Sleep deprivation is the largest reason why a lot of this stress is on the body. And so if we can help that with the body, get a better night's sleep with Nikken, then everything can shift for you. I know one poor night's sleep, it says here, drops your immune system by 60% immediately. Now, I just took the red eye back from California, and I don't know, I might have gotten 3 or 4 hours sleep on that plane. So I definitely took more immunity. I took some things to boost myself, but then I know that I need to pamper myself a little bit more so I don't get sick, right? So, but if you had asked me, Randy, how I slept, I would have said, great, I can sleep anywhere and everywhere. I was exhausted. And I had a bad back. Every time I rolled over, it would stab me in the back. And I'd wake up jolted and then have to go back to sleep. At that time, I was misdiagnosed with chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, even MS for 2 weeks. So I'm not saying that to impress you, just to impress upon you the things that we just don't realize are affecting our body, and sleep or lack of sleep is one of them. Outdoor air, indoor air. I know in Florida we've gotten really great with the windstorm windows and double pane windows, and so we've gotten staler air or less healthy or conditioned air. You know, our air conditioners can get filled with all kind of things that we just don't know. So it says 7 million premature deaths annually are linked to air pollution, according to the World Health Organization. Now that's air pollution outside, but I'm talking about indoor air or outgassing, the VOCs, the things off of our carpet, our paint. And you know, we have children, and now our elders are with our children, so they're staying home more, and the children are around on the carpet. So we have a higher rate of allergies and asthma now in children than ever. And then last but not least is water. I mean, water is tremendous. We're over 70% water. But what we found is there's over 24,000 chemicals in our water. And that we just don't know. I mean, I was reading something about the traces of arsenic, or here in Florida, we had to add chloramine to the water because the chlorine wasn't killing everything. So there's a lot of factors. And they say with that chloramine, they say, well, it's okay for you to drink and shower in it, but if you have any kidney issues at all or in kidney dialysis, do not use this water at all because it could be fatal. Now, I don't know. I don't know about you, but that sounds not good to me. And I will have some kind of filter system on my water, not drinking that tap water. So health trends, you know, I know that obesity is on the rise. We've got to educate our millennials, our young people, because it's tremendous that we have over 78 million adults and 12 million children that are considered in the obesity, not just overweight, that's obesity. So, and that 1 out of 5 adolescents were obese in 2001 to 2012. That's the last known statistics that we have. So we need to get moving. We need to get rolling. We need to get, you know, we've gotten more into the games, the internet, things like that. So we need to get back to nature, get back outside, get our kids, you know, introduced to playing again outdoors, and reduce type 2 diabetes as well. That's on the rise. Diabetes is now considered a pandemic, not an epidemic. It means that way more people are prone for type 2 diabetes, which is actually, I'd say, and I'm just going to be a little brass with it, but say over half is preventable. Type 2 diabetes is preventable if we get the diet, we keep the exercise going, and we look at good water and cleansing our body. So less than half of adolescents eat the needed amount of vegetables. I'd say vegetables and protein. And low-income families have low levels of well-being and are due to limited resources, lack of access to healthier foods, high levels of stress, anxiety, and depression. So I know that they're needing 2 and 3 jobs to run a household, to get that healthy food, to get the care. And so that puts a bigger stress on them. And so there may be some answers there that Nikken can help with that as well. So only 27.1% high school children are reported meeting the standard of Department of Health and Human Services guidelines for participating in physical activity. It makes me want to get up and just go jump right now. No. It really is. Exercise is amazing. Just moving, just walking. So big changes. So what is the answer? Take personal responsibility through self-care. Be healthy by choice, not by chance. We can choose to have active wellness in our lives. So one, create activity, park a little further away from the store to walk in the sunshine to the store, go up and down a flight of stairs, or go up the escalator and come down the stairs. I mean, those are fun things to do with kids as well. So, but an active process through, Anyway, Nikken, a holistic approach to wellness. Now here we go. Healthy mind, healthy family, healthy society, healthy finances, healthy body. And the star in the middle, I think of as me and my spirituality, whatever choice that is for me. But that's what holds me together. And we're always looking at balancing this. And I know when I started Nikken, I had a really bad back that, affected my family, affected my mind, so therefore affected my family. I was raising 2 small children at the time. That affected my finances because I could only do certain things, certain jobs. I wanted to be available for my children, and so that was what was important to me. And then the society, there was no way I was giving back to society at that point because I was just barely making it physically. So I'm going to go into the different technologies of a wellness home, and really it's a wellness home start. I like to say that because you can start with 1 or 2 things to tweak your family health, and if you have any issues like me, then you might address those particular issues like I had, not now, but like I had, because that is important, and it's important for us to look at that and addressing that. So we have the nutrition, the skincare, and the I'm going to go back and forth, but stay on this slide. I think. Oh, actually, we have some great packs, but go to me right now, if you don't mind, and then we'll come back to the slide. Okay, so I'm going to go with water right now because water is tremendous. And if Heather Louts is a naturopath in upstate New York, and I just love her testimony because she had such chronic things happening. Chronic means acute things that built over time, that she ended up paralyzed for a good bit of a year. And she said, but if I could drink really good water, then 70% of that, my body is water, I can transform that. I can deal with the other 25%. I can figure out how to feed it at a cellular level. So I'm going to just show this because I don't have my card, but I found the photo. So this is, someone did a study with sweet tomatoes. It's just amazing. So the first one is tap water. The second one's reverse osmosis. And then we have bottled water. Then well water. Actually, you can tell the well water because of the orangey bottom. And then the final one is Mag water. Now, I grew up in Mississippi, Louisiana, New Orleans. And in Mississippi, we had well water. And they're like, oh, but drink it. It's got the minerals in it. It's got everything you need. But it's got a lot more things than what we need in it too. And it smelled like egg water too. It was like, oh, but this is an amazing testimony. This and the person that invited you to be on this call or that you're listening this video got that information. So we'll get to that because the waterfall is tremendous. Now, Heather Louts transformed her life with water, and then this little baby transformed my life. I talked about my bad back. I wore this for 3 days. I got the insoles. I thought, okay, more's better, and keep it on me 24 hours a day. So I slept with this on my back, and then I put this by my pillow, and I put this by my spine, and I thought, on day 3, I woke up, I just got out of bed, I was headed to the bathroom, and I realized I just got up. I didn't have to roll over. I didn't have to push myself up. I didn't have to do like old Uncle Joe, push my back and go, oh, get into a hot shower and try and move my body, because that's how I did it for 4.5 years. It was horrible. And sometimes it would stick. So this little guy goes with me everywhere. Priceless. Cannot buy mine from me. It's amazing. It runs around $60. Phenomenal. And these guys are tremendous. And I have a little commercial. I have a cut here, so you can put it on flip-flops. And I have Velcro here, so you can put it in sandals and they stay in your sandals. That's just a little commercial for all of us Nikken family out there. But it's an amazing, amazing technology, because I want to have them with me all the time. I happen to be a reflexologist. I don't even know if you know that. I forget to tell all my stories, what I do. But I've done that for over 21 years now, and actually longer. Changes every year. But anyway, reflexology, so all your nerve endings in your feet and come up and balance your whole body. So this is not just for feet, guys. This is for your whole body, to tune your whole body system. Tremendous, tremendous testimony there. But I'm back on the water. Hold on. Don't turn back to the slide yet. We have a brand new bottle out there. I'm a show and tell girl. That's how we do Nikken. Remember show and tell in first grade? I'm a show and tell girl. So this is an amazing filter. It's actually, it says in the literature, it takes out the microbes, the microbacterial. It's phenomenal. And now there's the particles that they're talking about from the bisphosphonates, the other plastic, not this plastic. This plastic is really well made and will biodegrade in the landfills. Not to mention, for the millenniums out there, there is a picture of a huge water bottle of water bottles. It's over 6 foot. I think it's 8 foot tall. And that's how many bottles built with water bottles that this one will replace in the landfill. So we will help the environment if we can get this out to people and have them, and then they can just get more filters and have alkaline living water right from their tap, right from their municipal water. So pretty phenomenal, pretty amazing. And you better get me back on track and give me a slide, so because I'll just keep going. Well, maybe I'll just keep going. Okay, so this, yeah, very good. Better to keep me on task. So I also don't want to forget about that shower filter and shower head. There's one with a handle and one up above that you can attach your own shower head to, or it comes with a shower head as well. And remember, I was talking about the chloramine and the chlorine that's in our waters to help the municipal. Thank you, God, for America and all the scientists that we don't have all those other diseases out there. But now we've killed the water. We've taken everything out of the water and we stripped it, but we haven't filtered it. So our body, in warm water, we're opening up every pore in our body and our skin, and then we're absorbing all that calcium. Chlorine. You realize it more when you're in a hotel, because your hair does funny things, your skin's more dried out, because they put back in the pipes more chlorine so that nothing will grow in the pipes between usage. There was an outbreak 8 years ago or more in Florida with TB and tuberculosis, and it's an airborne illness, and they believe, and I believe with them, that it came from the second showers in homes, that the mildew, well, the growth, but like a mildew, grew in the pipes, and that you breathed it in, and that's how that outbreak started. So I just underline that we just don't want to have any of that even begin to start with us. So that's phenomenal. Our nutrition line is amazing. So I'm backing up a little bit, but the Kinzen Vital Balance Shake is a meal replacement. It has transformed my life. I got my memory back a bit. I still forget certain things, but I had brain fog for almost 1.5 years. And I do the shake first thing in the morning. I wait 2 hours before I have any type of sugar or other, no sugar or carb. And I just wait and let my body take time to boot up. And it's phenomenal. In day 3, I had sunshine coming through the fog in my brain. On day 4, all the neutrons and nutrients just connected, and poof, I got my brain back. It's been phenomenal. I'm pretty diligent about it. The next best thing is the green zymes. The green zymes are in our core pack. You can get them in capsule, and you can get a little bit more in the container for the powder. Yeah, you can do that too. I brought it all with me. I have it up here. I love this green zymes. Feed you at a cellular level. Phenomenal, amazing. Anybody out there that has gone through any kind of treatments or cancer treatments, they can do this after 24 hours or 48 hours, depending on their doctor. It is green. It's food. It's a foodlet. It's not an immune builder. It's not anything that they're not allowed to take, as well as our lactoferrin. And our lactoferrin is phenomenal gut conditioner. So this is a very good alkalinizer. And if you have that acid reflux bit as well. So I've probably gone over. Now let me just do the sleep system now. Am I doing the sleep system, or I'm over, or where are we? Said I didn't do the sleep system though. Let me do that really quickly. How about that? If I go into the rest and relaxation, I talked about it a good bit. I like that they have included in here the eye mask, because that just sets the whole cocoon for detoxing. So we have brought nature inside to sleep on. The cocoon, the comforter, is the energy of the sun that reflects the energy back to ourselves and helps us, again, be more alkaline and dump toxins and rejuvenate and recuperate all night long. And that's what got me out of being in the chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, and the I had been misdiagnosed with MS for so long, you know, because I was able to sleep, get a good night's sleep. The pillow supports your neck. It's made with serrated latex, and there's no dust mites can live in this. No allergens can live, you know, in here. So it's good for us all the way around, and it's phenomenal. So get with the person that invited you on this call, because you're going to have an amazing experience checking out these products. Thank you, Randy. Back to you.
Oh, thanks, Barbara. That was wonderful. I love the show and tell, showing the products because they're part of our lives. I'm wearing a new necklace that Nikken just came out with, and this power band is amazing. I had someone I was at a meeting and they were coughing, and I said, I don't want them coughing at me. So I gave them my necklace and they stopped coughing, and now they're buying it. So you can show these to everybody. And so let's begin your new success story with active wellness, living a life in balance. And we encourage you to become a customer. And I love what Barbara said about just start somewhere. Start your wellness home, whether it's you're most concerned about water or sleep or nutrition. Just start somewhere, and you'll fall in love with Nikken products and get your wellness home. And you can become a part-time entrepreneur when you start sharing, and you start getting checks from Nikken, and you can even make a full-time career out of it. So thank you for joining us. Nikken is truly a better way. And I want to thank Barbara for being our special guest, Barbara Bertucci, and thank you all for being on board. And it's an amazing team. It's a better way to live. It's so Nikken's about, you know, discover it, live it, share it. We have 7 billion people that can benefit from these products. So go out there, get your products, and start telling what they've done for you, and others will get interested.
We're